Braun Breaker allows Brock Lesnar at WWE WrestlePalooza. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman War Games tease. Congratulations to Alexa Bliss. Andrade's first suit after leaving WWE introduced an unlucky replace on Shaina Basler following her WWE go-back. Triple H stocks distinctive information about WrestlePalooza. Our Truth's damage replace following Brock Lesnar's attack. LS Corey Graves leaving WWE? Why John Cena did now not keep Michael Cole and Corey Graves from Brock Lesnar? Vince McMahon's look worries dismissed. Let's dive proper in. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman War Games tease. The latest SmackDown wrapped up with Drew McIntyre getting the higher hand on Cody Rhodes. The display kicked off with Brock Lesnar's rampage, eliminating Corey Graves with a string of F5s. Beyond that, key moments spread out that factor to larger matters. Here are 5 diffused indicators WWE slipped in at the Blue Emblem main into WrestlePalooza. Number 1. Drew McIntyre would possibly lose at WWE WrestlePalooza. Drew McIntyre popping out on Pinnacle in opposition to the American Nightmare. With Inside the Go-Home SmackDown regularly approach, he is headed for a defeat on the top-rate stay occasion. Stars who construct warmness with Inside the very last display earlier than the huge nighttime normally fall short with Inside the suit itself. So, with Drew maintaining the edge, it looks as if WWE is putting in Cody Rhodes to maintain his name at WrestlePalooza. Number 2. Corey Graves become written off television. Brock Lesnar owned the SmackDown opener with the aid of using leaping Corey Graves and trash-talking Michael Cole. The Beast did not maintain returned, slamming Graves with numerous F5s, which quietly indicates WWE is pulling the commentator from TV. Plenty assume this will tease Corey's go back to the hoop on account that he took some heavy bumps after years far from them. WWE hasn't given any fitness replace on Corey Graves yet, however anticipate him off displays for some weeks after the beating. Number 3. Street Profits breaking up. Tensions maintain rising among the Street Profits on SmackDown. In the latest episode, BF Fab attempted to easy matters over among Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. However, then Bo Dallas showed up behind the scenes messing with Dawkins's head. When Montez noticed the Wyatt Six chief with Inside the act, Eric Rowan charged in and laid out the profits. This ongoing trace in their cut-up quietly confirms WWE will destroy them up as a crew earlier than long. Number 4. Tiffany Stratton isn't always cleared for the upcoming PL. Tiffany Stratton defends her Women's Championship subsequent week on SmackDown in opposition to Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. Nick Aldis made the suit reputable at the Blue Emblem, skipping the bout from the WrestlePalooza lineup pointers that Tiffy is not cleared for the top-rate stay occasion. Last week, Stratton had a scary slip ringside all through a moonsault attempt. Reports stated she wasn't medically okay after SmackDown. So, with the national treasure locking with Inside the suit for next week, it backs up the one's damage rumors. Number 5. Brock Lesnar Paul Heyman War Games tease after the chaos on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar were given right into a tense behind-the-scenes speak with Paul Heyman. The Beast driven to talk with the Oracle and the Vision member went together with it. Dropping Heyman and Lesnar collectively like that would build to a bigger fight, and WWE would possibly eye Survivor Series War Games. The mayor of Suplex Town ought to hyperlink with the Vision, and this trade would possibly plant the early roots for that team-up. Congratulations to Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss stormed return to WWE this year at the Royal Rumble and has on account since snagged 1.5 of the Women's Tag Team Championships along Charlotte Flair. Big cheers are due for Little Miss Bliss as September 20th celebrates her years in WWE. The former women's champion first stepped out at a WWE Performance Center occasion in 2013, revealing her Alexa Bliss call for the first time. The subsequent year, she hit NXT with a fairy gimmick. After a destroy from Damage, Bliss Got Here returned, teamed up with Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy, grew to become bad, and unleashed her villain side. She jumped to the principal roster the subsequent YR, quick shining as one of SmackDown's pinnacle stars. Since her comeback, Bliss has been tangled in some wild SmackDown stories. Many thought she'd be a part of Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six, however that hasn't befell yet. Instead, WWE paired her with Charlotte Flair after a part. He changed into even coded as much as challenged the Wyatt at 6 for the WWE Tag Crew titles at Clash in Paris with his associate Rey Fenix. But that fell apart while he went radio silent for a bit. Now he is heading return to his roots in Mexico for his put-up WWE debut on the Crash Lucha Libre in Tijuana on October 3rd. This factors to WWE pulling the plug after their latest complications with him. Luckily, he stored it classy, thanking the employer on social media. A some distance cry from his messy first goodbye. What's subsequent for Alito remains anyone's guess. However, it looks like he is set for some other bankruptcy in Mexico. That's in which he first blew up and have become a real standout. Sadly, he by no means hit the heights WWE dreamed of while he exploded onto the scene in 2016. No doubt Andrade is a standout talent, and this is hoping he shakes matters up earlier than storming returned into the huge leagues of wrestling. We root for him in some thing route he carves next. An unlucky replace on Shaina Basler following her WWE return. Former WWE famous person Shaina Basler got here, returned to the employer this beyond week, stoning up on NXT's Homecoming Unique on Tuesday. This marked her first time there, seeing that the discharge some months returned. Basler joined a behind-the-curtain chat with Sol Ruca and Zarya on NXT. The Queen of Spades driven the two to type out their problems. This sparked speak about whether or not she's sticking round for good. Wrestling insider Dave Meltzer cleared matters up with Inside the Wrestling Observer newsletter. He stated Shaina Basler's NXT spot changed into a one-time deal. She might not be returned as a wrestler. However, parents hope she'll grasp a education or generating gig. Nothing's set yet, though. Basler did paintings as a manufacturer on NXT proper after her release. Company Insider noticed it as a check run for the job. We'll should wait and spot if the Queen of Spades lands a behind-the-curtain function, seeing that she's nevertheless active with Inside the Ring elsewhere. When Shaina Basler moved as much as WWE's important roster, exhilaration ran high. She'd held the NXT Women's Championship for over 500 days, so the hype changed into real. But after she breezed through the 2020 Elimination Chamber match, Basler could not beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 36. She by no means returned from that blow. The XMA fighter then were given some shaky pushes like tag crew runs with Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. In Rousey's remaining WWE match, Shaina Basler even stepped up in opposition to her. Sadly, it failed to spark something huge. She later teamed with Sonya Deville and Zoe Stark in Pure Fusion Collective earlier than WWE cut her in May 2025. It changed into a hard near what began out as a vibrant shot on the pinnacle of the women's division. Triple H shares special information about WrestlePalooza. WWE leader Content Material Officer Triple H just dropped a few internal data on how WrestlePalooza got here together. The huge wrestling company and ESPN are launching their TV partnership with the top-class stay occasion. On August 20th, World Wrestling Entertainment introduced returned WrestlePalooza after 2 decades away. The call changed into as soon as utilized by ECW from 1995 to 2005. However, the Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana hosts the primary one beneath the Global Giants flag on September 30th. Triple H talked about WrestlePalooza at TED Sports Indianapolis. The sports stated ESPN wanted to begin their crew up with a fresh occasion on September 20th here. We're going to do WrestlePalooza. It's a new occasion for us. It's the primary occasion that will take region on ESPN on their app. Huge big occasion for us. ESPN, as we had been running into this partnership with them, stated, "We'd like to have an initial first-to-run occasion that might be epic," Triple H stated. Triple H explained, ESPN picked a date, and WWE selected Indianapolis because the spot. He referred to all of it moved fast. They gave us a date. We checked out in which we may want to run it. Indy got here up. We had been like, perfect. They're the right host town for this primary big occasion for us. We are available in and do it. That all took place in a very, very quick window of time. So, a time frame in which we had a PLLE and some other PLLE 6 weeks apart. All of a sudden, there is one with inside the center, and it is we're given to be larger than the whole lot, else due to the fact it is the